Hi everyone, welcome to the week 7 video. Welcome back to DLB class this fall. It's great to see you all. Maybe first thing I could do is just say congratulations to everybody who's been adding work to the stream. I can see that many of you wrote about your different lessons that you did on NGen, and it sounds like for most of you, you were able to do the activity and learn something new. And I hope that you're still using NGen. NGen can be a great resource for you. I also noticed that a few students like Maria, Alioli, and Milan, Ismail, you have already added your quotes and your opinions to this quote and opinion activity. That's really great. That's going to help you for next week. But so everybody else, we still need to add to this document. So great job, everyone there. I also can see that these students are doing the activity correctly, where they're adding the quote in the middle, and then they're adding their opinion here on the side. So great job there. Let's see. Let's go back to the homework for this week. Okay. And let's see. Maybe I can make this a little bit bigger. Great. Okay. And you can see we have a few different things to do this week, everyone. I know there are 4 things to do and to work on, but a few of them are really short. So the first thing that I want everyone to do is we're going to read another article about the environment, and that is from the syllabus. I think Tatiana actually recommended this article. So you can see the article is right here. It's called "Are Drying Rivers a Warning of Europe's Tomorrow?" So if I click on this article, we can look at the title. And I just want everyone to think for a second. Are drying rivers a warning of Europe's tomorrow? What do you think this article is about? Do you understand what a drying river is? And so think about that for a second. What is this article about? And we can see that it's from BBC, a nice, reputable news outlet from England. And if we look at this picture here, we can see that this is a drying river. I think also another good strategy to think about is using this subtitle here to help, right? Europe's rivers fell to historically low levels during a long, ferociously hot summer. Is a sign of things to come. So we can also look at other photos to help us understand. We can look at key quotes. And this article is a little bit longer. So if we look back at the homework, I'd like you to read that article. And really what I'd like you to do here is just try and find one good quote that you like that talks about the environment or nature or something that you think is interesting. And that is maybe related to last week's article about our relationship between technology and nature. Okay. So again, maybe if you don't understand that entire article, that's okay. Just look for one quote. Okay, the second thing we need to do, everyone, is we need to write a Texas paragraph. Yeah, a Texas paragraph. What is a Texas paragraph? Okay, well, there are some slides here on this lesson. We can see week 7, the main thing we're doing is we're writing a Texas paragraph. So everyone, you should spend the most time on this. So today, or right now, I'm going to talk about what is a Texas paragraph, okay? And before we do that, maybe we should think about what is a paragraph? What is a paragraph? So everyone think for a second. What is a paragraph? Maybe you could write it down somewhere. What is a paragraph? If we go back to this article, maybe we see that, for example, this, for example, is one paragraph, or this is one paragraph. So if we come back, what is a paragraph? Well, a paragraph is a group of sentences that all work together to have one main idea. Usually the main idea is described in the first sentence, which is called the topic sentence. And most kinds of writing, like news article writing or fictional books and academic writing, use paragraphs to help organize the ideas. When writing in this class, you should always try form paragraphs, unless I tell you not to for some reason. So what is the Texas paragraph, everyone? A Texas paragraph is just a way to remember the different parts of a paragraph. So we're calling it Texas because that stands for these things here. For example, T is a topic sentence, E is evidence, X is example, A is analysis, and S is summary. Okay, so more specifically, the topic sentence is usually a simple sentence that helps the reader or the audience know what the paragraph is about. That's really important because we understand writing sometimes by looking at paragraphs. Evidence is information from the source, from the place, the thing that we're writing about. So this could be an article, an essay, or a book. So in this case, the thing that we're going to work on is using quotes. Now, I hope you know what a quote is because we did that last week. Evidence is where we use quotes from the author or famous people, like, for example, Shakespeare, right? To be or not to be. An example is something from the essay, article, or book, but it could also be from personal experience, or this could be, something you add to the evidence as a way to explain something. Now, analysis is very similar to opinion, right? Analysis is what you think about the thing that you're writing about the quote, about the source, about the article. So analysis is where you show something that someone else wrote or someone else said, and then you get to say if you think this is right or wrong, or important or not important. And then finally, the S in Texas is a summary. Okay, a summary sentence is a way to remind the reader or audience what your paragraph is about. Okay, so really quickly, could everyone try and find the Texas components in this paragraph? This paragraph is about education and learning. So take a moment you could pause the video, take a moment to find the T and the E and the X and the A and the S in this paragraph. So pause the video and take a moment to check that out. Okay, so maybe you finished pausing the video. So we can see that maybe this yellow part is the T. Stuffing information into an empty casing is not an effective way to learn. So maybe this yellow sentence helps us understand that this sentence is about what is not the right way to learn. Here in the brown, we see that this sentence has quotation marks. So this is a quote. And then it seems like the green part here is kind of like an example. This blue section is more like analysis. And this green section is more sort of an example or analysis. And so this paragraph is actually missing the S. But anyway, this is an example of a Texas paragraph or a student trying to write a Texas paragraph. Now, one thing to remember is that we don't always have to write like a Texas paragraph. Texas is not the only kind of paragraph. There are other, structures or tools that we can use to remember how to write a paragraph. For example, here's one that's called PEAL, right? Point, evidence, explanation, and link. So I'm just trying to show this to you to remember that there's different ways you can write a paragraph or different sort of tools you can use. And then, so the summary of this lesson, everyone, is that a Texas paragraph is a clear body paragraph that shows the reader the topic and includes information or evidence from a source. Remember, a source is like an essay, an article, book, a documentary, movie, a video that you're using in a class. So usually a Texas paragraph helps support the author's main idea that they explain in their introduction. So Texas paragraphs are usually body paragraphs. So that might be an important thing to remember. I'm just even going to add that here. Paragraph is a kind of body paragraph. Great. Okay, so your homework this week, everyone, is to open the Google document on the Google Classroom and you need to write one Texas paragraph. So that should be something like 5 to 7 sentences. I'm gonna write that right here. Responding to this question, how can we create a healthy balance between technology and nature? So when answering the question, please form a clear paragraph with a topic with a topic sentence, example, evidence, analysis, and then summary. So you should also please use a quote from one of the articles about nature and environment, okay, that we have read in class. Okay, so that is your main assignment this week, is to write a Texas paragraph. Another thing that I'd like you to do, everyone, is please fill out this short survey to see how you're doing in the class. This is called an early cycle class evaluation. This will probably take about 5 to 10 minutes. And if you have time, everyone, you could do 1 or 2 lessons on NGen. Remember that you should be studying about 6 hours per week. So if you use the entire 6 hours to do the homework and write the paragraph and read the article, then you should not spend time on NGen unless you want to. If you only spend 4 hours doing the homework, you could use the extra time to spend on NGen. So, okay, everyone, I will be responding to your comments on the stream soon, and also responding to your quotes and opinions as all the students start putting them on this document. So thank you, everyone. Have a great week. I look forward to seeing you next week.